Are pasture-raised eggs the best on the planet? Stick around and find out.
So let's take it slow, take it easy. We got the good life. We got the good life.
Welcome to Tuckaway Farm. We are a regenerative farm nestled right here in the Ozark Hills of Bentonville, Arkansas. And we have this beautiful, serene location where we get to wake up every morning and raise animals and vegetables, which is pretty special to us.
We wanted to bring in a lot of different methods of farming, of raising animals responsibly on the land, and how to create wonderful natural ecosystems that thrive and that give us the best produce, give us the best meat, eggs. We wanted it all.
And it's been interesting because we've been at this for about a year now. And so we have done what everybody says what not to do, which is to start all these things at once. And we haven't started everything we've wanted, but we've started a lot of things. So we are raising chickens, which is its own system in a rotational grazing pattern, right? Using electric net fence. We're raising hogs in a woodland and also rotating them through that area. And then we have a pretty big market garden for really a year old that we manage. And it's taking a lot. Now, things we haven't done yet are like perennial systems and food forests and aquaculture and some of those other things that'll come in future years. But today, we wanted to talk a little bit about the pasture-raised layer hens and how that works and what that system looks like. Again, we're a year into it and we're learning, but we've already iterated a few times on how we're doing it, and it's going pretty well. I will say that the feedback from our customers at farmers market and from those that come pick up on the farm has been awesome. People love our eggs. They're sad when we're sold out of them on Saturdays. We're already thinking like, boy, do we need more eggs? And do we have enough pasture for more chickens? Like, I don't know. But we're happy where we are at with our current number of egg layers and the variety of hens we have. So we're going to walk you through that system today and share a little bit about how we're raising our awesome eggs.
So what we have going on here at Tuckaway is pasture-raised hens. What that means for us is our hens have access to a wide area within a pasture. Now we are moving them through that pasture, so we're controlling where they're grazing and what they're grazing on. There are huge benefits to raising chickens pasture raised. As they rake around and root through the ground and find bugs and critters, they're aerating, they're fertilizing, creating a better pasture overall, actually, as we rotate them through.
And then for the birds, it's better for them too because they get a much more well-rounded diet. In addition to the organic feed that we provide them, they're also finding bugs and foliage that they're feasting on every day, which adds more protein and actually increases the quality of the eggs that you get. The thickness of the shell, the hardness of the shell, the yolk quality, and the color of the yolks, all is improved because of living on a pasture and having a natural diet.
Okay, so let's talk about a few of the other terms that are thrown around. So generally, if it is not cage-free, you've got one hen in one box laying eggs and she doesn't get to leave.
We're talking a space yay big, and the hen never leaves it.
Yeah. Cage-free doesn't necessarily mean she gets to roam about. It means, what it generally means is she's in a big chicken tunnel with thousands of other chickens, and they are bumper to bumper. They are running into each other. It's hot, it's stinky. So when you buy cage-free eggs, just know that you're still getting eggs from chickens that are probably in conditions that aren't ideal for the bird.
And then you've got free range, right? And so free range, generally speaking, in free range systems, the birds live primarily indoors and they have access to a small patch of ground outside somewhere, which generally isn't anywhere near big enough for all of the birds in there. And it doesn't change. There's probably no foliage on it of any kind because there's way too many birds for the size patch they have. And so free range also is pretty misleading. Pasture raised really is the highest standard when you're buying eggs, because it means that animals primarily live outside, just like this. They go inside to sleep at night because that's where chickens want to be. They want to be in the coop. They want to be huddled together. They want to be safe and protected from predators and in an indoor environment. But during the day, they all want to be outside. When we lower that gate in the morning, all the chickens flood out because that's where they want to be. And in a pasture system, chickens are allowed to be where they want to be, which is outside roaming about, eating grass and bugs and all kinds of good stuff.
So let's take a look at what our hens are doing right now and where we are in our process of raising our pasture-raised chickens and moving them.
Come on in. I want to talk just a little bit about pasture-raised hens and the system that we've got in place. It is not perfect, but we're working on it and continuing to improve over time. So what you see surrounding the chickens right here is electric net fence. And that really serves two functions for us. One is it keeps the birds foraging in a designated area, which is primarily for pasture health. So we got plenty of room for all the birds to have space in here, but it keeps them disturbing one area of ground, and then every few days we have to pick this up and move it to a new spot. And then we won't come back to this for a really long time. And that process of disturbance and rest for a pasture is what allows the grasses to grow really deep root systems and to really mature, and for pasture health to increase over time. So that's function one of the net fence. Function two of the net fence is everything likes to eat chicken. So we have to make sure we can keep predators out. Next is our chicken tractor. Now, the chicken tractor is a really important component because it is where the hens go to sleep at night. It's also where we do our egg collection, and it has to be mobile.
So inside it, there are roosting bars where the chickens sit at night. So it's got, I don't know, 5 or 6.
I think like 8.
They want to be up high, like in the rafters of the building of where they go. So they are all on these beams stacked up next to each other. They are not sitting on the ground.
Yeah, in fact, the ground is made out of a mesh, a welded wire mesh. And that's on purpose because we want all of the poop, chickens like poop the most at night. And so we want all that poop to fall through and fertilize our pasture. Also, it prevents how much we have to clean out the chicken coop, keeps things pretty clean and tidy in there. We've moved these layer boxes so that where the hens actually lay is inside, and these are connected. And so we open this up, and the eggs roll down out of the way of where chickens can get to them, and whoop, it makes it easy for us to collect eggs from right outside the coop. As summer comes on, we're thinking about how to keep the chickens cool, so we may be installing a like a solar fan that moves some air through. But other than that, it's been great. All right, well, we just came from the chicken coop, and we've got with us a bucket of eggs, and we're gonna start washing these and getting them prepped for sale. So first step is a wash. The eggs, because of our system, come out relatively clean, but still you'll get some dirt and grime on them. And so that needs to be washed off. There is also a coating that protects eggs. Like if you've heard that you can keep farm fresh eggs on your counter, you can for quite a long time. Unfortunately, the standard in the US is that we have to wash our eggs. And so we wash that coating off, and then after that point, they do have to be refrigerated. Again, it doesn't take very much. If there is something that sticks to the egg, I've found the best tool for that is this Brillo pad. And it comes right off. It's almost like sandpaper. The other thing I'm looking for as I do this is any damage to the egg. Sometimes you'll get a chicken that pecks at an egg, and you'll have a little dent. Sometimes our lovely helpers, our children, are not as delicate with the eggs when they collect them as they should be, and so you'll get little stress cracks. And we'll pull those out, and we'll either eat them ourselves or we'll use them for food for the pigs, because those stress cracks in the eggs just create pathways for pathogens to get in the eggs, so we don't want to sell them like that. And you can actually see those better, like if you wiggle the egg a little bit, you can kind of see the cracks in the egg. And so if I think there's a crack or it looks suspicious, I'll give it a little wiggle, and then that'll tell me if there's actually cracks in the egg or not.
Okay, when we were buying our hens, one thing that was really important to me was that we had a wide range of color. So not only was I looking at breeds that laid well, laid good size eggs often, I also wanted to make sure we had a variety of colors, because for no other reason than it looks beautiful. Honestly, they taste the same. So I've got Americanas that give me these lovely blue eggs, Marins, which give you the really dark brown eggs. I've got some olive acres. When we're packing these, I'm trying to make sure they've got a few different colors eggs. We tend to have less of the blue and the olive, so I tend to only put maybe one of those in a box. If I had more, I'd give you more, but just trying to make sure everybody gets an even number of eggs. And there you have it, a lovely assortment of eggs. Now, our eggs are not all perfectly sized because we have different breeds and because our chickens are young. So every now and then you get a big one and we just throw those right in, just as delicious.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed watching our video today about our egg system here at Tuckaway. We love our birds. We love the beautiful eggs that they bring us each week. If you want to make sure you get Tuckaway eggs, I've got a couple recommendations for you. We often sell out at the farmer's market before 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. This is one of our most popular items and people do love them. If you want to make sure you get your eggs on a weekly basis, you can become a member at Tuckaway Farm, or you can sign up for an egg subscription and come pick up on farm. Those are the folks that get priority on the eggs each week, and whatever we have left over goes to the farmer's market for anyone and everyone. So feel free to go to our store at tuckawaybentonville.com and you can sign up for an egg subscription or become a Tuckaway Farm member to make sure you get your eggs every week. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.